Hey, what's going on, guys? This is another week of Power of the Third. My name is John C. Branch the Third, and today I'm going to be talking about how time is a commodity and the mentality of a king. So, starting off with time. So, I was at work today, and basically, one of my homeboys I used to work with, he complimented my watch, and a instant thought that came to my mind, I just told him, I was like, yeah, it's the most time is the most valuable thing that we have. And so what you put your time into is going to relinquish the results of who you become later on in life. And so a point I want to emphasize today is being aware of what you invest time into, because that is going to reflect who you become in the long run. And so some good habits that kind of go into that are like, if you want to be a very high ranking collegiate student, then you have to commit time to studying. There's no way that you can climb to the top of the ladder without applying the principle of studying, of practicing the material over and over, continuous repetition every single day, 4 and 5 hours a day, because that's what you're striving for. So that's what you have to commit your time to. And then as you do that, you will see results, and they'll begin to accumulate and start to build on top of each other until it becomes so simple that it's a second nature. So to develop good habits, the creation of a positive routine is the way to promote growth, and it's the most efficient way. Things may start slow, and it'll feel like you're not necessarily seeing results, but you have to stick to it even on your worst days. When you have a stuffed up nose, when you have the sweats, when you're tired, when you're really hungry, it's important to stick to the routine, because those are the defining moments that are going to separate you from the best, or the best, or you from the weak. And so when you have the resolve and the grit to get up on your worst days and still go through the progressions of your routine, it might not be perfect, but it's the act of trying and completing each task that's just going to continue to build. And when you do it on those hard days, that's going to be the reflection of, even on like a day where you might not feel like, you're like, hey, I did it when I had the flu, so today it's just another day in the life. And as you continue to see that, it's not going to happen overnight. You won't see results for a good minute, but trust me, they're there. Like, you can track your progress and you can monitor your growth, but that feeling on the inside, like maybe I'm not as far as I should be for the amount of work I'm putting in, it will all come to the surface. Now, there's a catch. If you stop prematurely, it'll come to the surface and you'll plateau. But if you don't stop and you continue, even when you come to the peak and you blow through all your expectations and you continue to do that, there's no limit to how far you can go. And so the next point I want to get at is patience. It's the key to getting to where you want to be. Some days will be more difficult than others, but if you stick to your routine, even on the most miserable days, then you've got the resolve and you can make any dream come true. So you gotta have that stick-to-itiveness. And it's resolve comes with your goals. You have to place something that you really want to do in your life, and it has to be something that you feel that you were placed on this earth to do. Some people may not have as big aspirations as others, and that shouldn't discourage you from working to be the best person that you can be in whatever area that you're aiming at. And so the next thing I want to point out is that your character, guys, this is for you specifically. Your character is going to be a major factor in how well you perform in your day-to-day life. So my philosophy is to be a king. We always talk about, you know, queens and kings, and we hear it everywhere. I don't want to say it's thrown around, but I also firmly believe that to have the philosophy, the mindset and the philosophy of a king, there should not be a reason that you have to declare that you are a king. Kings are humble. They do not embellish, or they do not exude their kingliness. They simply exhibit it through their actions, and they just embody the whole nature of what it means to be a king. For me, when I think of a king, I believe a king represents compassion, decisiveness, wisdom, building a prosperous kingdom, and the unselfish leadership heeded by your council. So when I say unselfish leadership, you're not going to have all the answers. And what a king does when he understands that he doesn't have all the answers, he refers to his council. And so they can help him come to a conclusion and implement this conclusion to the best of his ability, so he can execute and bring out the best outcome for his kingdom. Because a king is only as successful as his kingdom. Your kingdom can be what surrounds you, your day-to-day life. Some people might view being a king is open to interpretation. I like to see it in a very positive light, and I completely enjoy the idea of, when I think of a kingdom, I instantly think of a palace. And that's what I want to design for myself and for the people that I love. So when they want comfort and they want to know that everything is going to be okay, they have a place to lay their heads, and they have someone to rely on that's going to make the best decisions that can relinquish a abundant outcome for them. And so I want to do that for myself, not only for myself, but for the people I love. And so moving on, recently I got my first ambassador's deal. I've become a representative for Daniel Phillips. He is an entrepreneur, and he designs watches. Like I was stating earlier, how time is a commodity. So I have a block schedule. Whenever it's time to do something, I make sure I set an alarm for 2 hours, 2.5, and it's blocked off. Whatever that time limit is set for, that is what I'm doing. There's no there's no, mingling with something else, tweaking with something else. No, I'm locked in, and this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 2.5 hours. And so this is the merchandise right here. Comes with a pretty cool bracelet, as you can see. And so this is a watch. I don't know if y'all can see the face. I might post the face just on the feed of this of my subscription page, since I'm new to it. We'll figure it out. It's just gonna look really clean. And I have a promo code, and as an ambassador, I have privileges that allow me to give discounts and coupons. So I have a 21% off discount, and I'll be leaving that in the description below. It's a great Christmas present, great New Year's gift. Just show love to the people in your life, because you want to value their time, and you want them to value your time. So it's a good way just to get it out there. Comes in a pretty nice box. I really enjoy receiving it. I was ecstatic when I got it, and I'm just looking forward to putting my time to great use. Next up, I am also in the process of beginning a clothing line. My philosophy is that I am wealthy, and so I'm gonna be fitness is major in my life. I like to run. I like cardio. So I walk my dog 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll run for an hour 30 minutes. And so I'm thinking about going in the sportswear direction with the dry fit shirts. And so for my first design, I want to do on the theme of kings, being a king. So maybe on the back it might say king material or something of that nature. It's just gonna be some really nice merchandise, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you guys and just getting it out there so you can, live your best lives and completely indulge in the mentality aspect of growing and being the best people that y'all can be. This has been Power of the Third, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Stick around and I'll be back. I appreciate y'all time.